Now, ladies and gentlemen, over the last few days, CS2's pro scene has seen some pretty insane drama with teams and players getting called out, not to mention professionals, but also casual players calling out Valve for the new way of ranking teams. In other news, it seems like Garry's Mod 2 is closer than anticipated with more exciting news. Meanwhile, Counter-Strike 2, now and going forward, has some big plans according to the community, but also what old leaks through data might suggest. Today's video, we have much to discuss. We're going to break down CS2's pro news, further deep dive into CS2's new content, as well as check in with this community-made content alongside a bunch more. Now, today's video sponsor is Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a buying, but most notably trading marketplace for all your Counter-Strike needs. Skins Monkey offers a wide variety of skins. Once you find the item you want, hit trade for either items you currently have or for one of many deposit options. You can use my code MANDO for up to a free $5 alongside a 35% deposit bonus. If interested, the link will be in the description down below. So firstly, for today's video, according to some new interviews and leaks, Team Liquid's former skipper, aka leader, that being Zeus, has stated that Twist is a bad IGL and should have made a few other roster moves. Now, according to an HLTV article that just got released yesterday, 8 months after he departed Liquid, Wilton, aka Zeus, has revealed more details about how relationships collapsed on the Caspercadian, why he believes it will make Twist an unsuitable leader. And that was discussed in the most recent episode of Snake and Banter. And yeah, this has made the new Liquid send out some tweets going against what, well, Zeus said, but has also just made a lot of overall players just confused. What do you guys think of this? Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Now, in terms of not just a little bit more drama, but a bunch more, this is regarding Valve and their new VRS system. Now, VRS is in the terms of Valve's regional standing, aka Valve's ranking. What that means is now Valve ranks the pro teams instead of, well, other third-party services. Long story short, Gamer Legion over this last week had to appeal their new VRS rating despite them being higher and doing better than Valve calculated. Now, because of the situation and because of Valve's wrong calculation, they can now not attend certain events, which does and has gone to show how bad this system really is, but also to the point where most people, not even casual players, let alone people on professional teams, can understand how it works. And yeah, there's pretty crazy formulas in how Valve calculates how people go higher in the ranking. That's besides the point. And because we're speaking of Elige, in one of his most recent interviews, he stated that if we're sticking to max round 12, we need more gun rounds. Now, Elige thinks if Valve increases the minimum loss bonus to 1900 instead of 1400 for the CT side, it would be a good starting change. And yeah, there's been a lot of discussions of the max round 12 situation really ever since it came out, if it's suitable for CS2. And honestly, at this point, I think it is, but having those crucial gun rounds really just stripped away from CSGO going into CS2 feels very weird. Let alone playing 16 rounds of a game also feels very, very long. And of course, stepping aside from pro drama and news is CS2's next update and problems that we have in the game right now. The first thing I want to list off is Train. At the moment, nobody plays it. At the time of me recording today's video, I got a comment saying someone in my comment section played 61 games of Premier, and out of those 61 games didn't get one session of Train, which is pretty crazy. I, for example, have played around 11 to 12, and I've only played one game. As of right now, according to Leadify and other stat sites, Train right now inside CS2 is the worst map according to Leadify. And from firsthand experience, as this guy just mentioned as well as myself, everyone bans it. Now, in terms of why people ban it, we're not really sure. Whenever something new releases to Counter-Strike, if it's Go or CS2, most people stay away from change. But over time, it starts to kick in, people start to enjoy it. That's what happened with Vertigo. But some players specifically hate the way it tanks their FPS, don't like the balancing, which is weird in my opinion since this map is more balanced than it was on CSGO, where it's not so much CT-sided. But that's just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think about that one down below. Now, in terms of CS2's next update and just news in general, with the Shanghai Major removal soon, which yes, is pretty important, especially if you even don't care about stickers, because this time of the year usually marks a time where Valve will actually start updating the game. We as CS players, in my opinion, should be expecting a cosmetic update very soon after the Shanghai Major is removed, as Valve tends to normally do this with a capsule, music kit, maybe even a case. And maybe this time around, for the first time in a little over a year, Valve will eventually release the new case into the active duty pool instead of the armory pass. But speaking of the armory, it also depends on that. Until we figure out the structure of if it will get refreshed and how soon after, well, the first wave of skins get removed, we're not really going to know how much works behind the scenes with Valve and them releasing cosmetics. But since we do know through leaks through data mines, as well as the blog post for the armory and some emails that the community has sent to Gaben, who forwarded them to the CS2 team, the armory is here to stay and stay for good, and your stars do not expire. So we can only really assume it'll happen soon because it just really makes sense. And of course, lastly for today's video is the Garry's Mod 2 situation. This comes in a recent post from Gabe Follower, which links to him will be in the description, but he stated that Garry Newman has confirmed that Valve has agreed to let people export game modes from the sandbox, spiritual successor to Garry's Mod, which is essentially Garry's Mod 2, just with more expansions, as separate games and release them on Steam. They're also planning to allow people to monetize their game modes with sandbox and like Gmod, which this is all pretty crazy in my opinion. That's for many different reasons. Some of them being is the whole situation with Zool, the creator of CSGO, or just classic offensive, where Valve originally greenlit their game near a decade ago. Here we are and they can't release it, let alone they can't monetize it. And then there's this situation where Valve is letting Gmod 2 essentially monetize their games and split them up into B different games. It's just a crazy thing all around the board. So ending today's video, I wonder if we'll see any major changes in terms of gameplay or the economy for CS2, if we'll get any big content soon, and if Valve will address the problem with the new VRS ranking system. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.